Hello, I'm hoping this is the last day of reduced content. We'll see how I feel tonight, if I'm able to record all of tomorrow's videos. But yeah, so for today, we are still doing just Wordle connections and Minute Cryptic. I know many of you are missing your favorite game that isn't one of those three. Don't worry, it'll be back soon. Bear with me here. I can't do everything while I'm sick. All right. So I'd also like to thank the following members who started a new month. Thank you to Alan Prince, Jessica Flores, and Lorna Atwood for re-upping for a new membership month. All right. Well, we are going to do Wordle. Yesterday we spun the wheel and it said to start with clock. All right, so we learned something interesting, which is that not only is there not one C, but there's also not two C's. All right, the K is interesting, especially without a C. For some reason I want to guess carrot, but like is I think with the K is that I think that's for gold, and then with the C that's for diamonds. Anyway, it might be the opposite. Is there some way? How are we starting with K? I want to see if it starts with K. Other than repeating an A when we don't know if there's an A. It'd be silly to repeat a letter when you don't know that there's already that letter. I'm having trouble. Like, I don't think we're doing KR. I think it's going to be a vowel. K-E-K-A. Oh, I'm thinking about whether there's maybe like a KY word. I know I said I wanted to start with K, but now that I think about it, there's not that many, are there? I thought of the word leaky, which would be great, but there's no L. But I wonder if there's something along those lines. Or we could do like RKY, like perky, murky. Pretty sure murky's been the answer before. That doesn't mean it won't be again. Let's just go with perky and see what that brings us. All right, so K is fourth, but it doesn't end in Y. There is an E. So, okay, so KE seems completely reasonable. It could be AKE, IKE, UKE. Any of them seem okay. Let's try an A if we can. Without the L or the R, this is tough, though. I'm trying to think what we would do. Like steak? Like a steak through the heart, not like a steak you'd eat. Nope. All right, well, it is AKE, so I'm getting one letter at a time here. And the E was at the end. Okay, good to know. So what are we doing with AKE? Awake? Maybe I should have repeated the A. Okay. Again, my initial instinct would have been a good guess, but I didn't know that. Didn't feel like a good guess. So awake, nice. Yeah, I think this worked out. We can just check with the bot here to see how people did. Just kind of a reduced analysis today. And this is just analyzing the hard mode bot. Give me a 94 skill, 60 luck. 4.4 is pretty high for today. Awake is not easy to think of. All right, because of that. Starting with A, repeating the A. That W is in a weird spot. Anyway, I guess that's not that weird for a W to be there, but the vowel and then W. Anyway, 80. It gave me an 82 for perky. It didn't really like the perky guess. I've narrowed it down to steak, snake, shake, quake, and awake. And I guessed steak, which it gave a 99 skill for. That's what it would have guessed. And it was down to quake or awake. Okay. So I wonder how long it would have taken me to think of quake. But luckily it wasn't. So I won a 50-50 on that. It does clasp, trade, awake. And let's see how people did today. So we don't get to see the cheater rate today. It looks like it's below 0.3% then. 1.8 for awake for turn 2. 13.7 for turn 3. Wow, big jump on turn 4 to 48%. Then another big jump to 85%, turn 5, 85.7. And a 98.3% solve rate. So people are losing to Quake, Amaze. Ooh, interesting. Having the two A's placed, maybe? So having the two A's placed in an E, and then there's kind of trappy, like Amaze, Aware, Agave, a Wave. Ooh, yikes. Losing on a wave when the answer was awake. That's got to hurt. All right, cool. Well, let's just move on to, let's spin the wheel forgot to do this earlier. Spin the wheel and see what tomorrow's word is going to be. Trace, suggested by Ian Bolschweiler. Bolschweiler. I'm sorry. Ian B suggested trace. So this is, at least with the original answer list, trace has the best chance of getting it in 2. I'm not sure, like, it's still a very low chance to get it in 2. You're not going to get it every time. You're not going to get it every 100 times. But technically, it has the highest chance to get it in 2 using the original answer list. All right, so it's a decent start. You can't, it's not too bad. You got to worry about ER traps with it. All right, well, let's move on to connections. We are finding 4 groups of 4. We've got late, great, past life, present, minion, infinitive, perfect. Infinitive makes me think of split infinitive, like to boldly go. Solid, Dodgers, excused, background, absent, audits, history, and few. So I'm going to see if it's split blank. Split, infinitive, split. Split life? I don't think so. Split present, split minion. I haven't seen one yet. Split background? No. Okay, I don't think it's split blank, unfortunately. Okay. What else is going on here then? We have late. We have past and present. That feels a bit too on the nose to me. Well, it could be past, present, infinitive are verb conjugations and perfect. These are verb conjugations. It's in the top 2 rows. It feels weird for that to be a rainbow herring. Like it's not like a super obvious category. I don't know. Maybe it is. Depends on how much you know about grammar, I suppose. But top 2 rows, always be a little bit suspicious at the very least. Like, don't lock it in right away. And something to think about is, can these get split up into 4 categories? So what else would past go with? I'm not sure. Present and absent are 2 ways that you could excuse. So like at school, like you're either there, you're not there, you're excused to not be there. I'm not sure what the 4th would be. You're late, yeah. So these are kind of statuses for a student in a class. So I do think that we are splitting up the verb tenses. Let's just lock this in. Nice, +2 to green. Got me green first. Pretty consistent there for the shirt color, helping out. All right, so let's look at infinitive then. So I really want it to be split infinitive, but there must be something else we can do with it. I'm trying to think if there's letters we can use from it instead of the meaning, but I'm not sure that that's the case. I'm trying to think of another phrase, like a fill in the blank for infinitive. Can't think of it. All right, let's look at the other ones then, like perfect. What would perfect go with? Because there's not synonyms of perfect here. There's also minion. I don't know what minion's doing. All right. What? So there was infinitive, perfect, and past. Past and history and background. These are just synonyms. Maybe your life. I don't know what audits. Like I feel like we're doing like someone's past, someone's background, someone's history. Like, so then life might make sense. Let's just try it. It's fine. Yeah, experience. All right, I got the green and the yellow. So these 2 are going to be a bit more lateral. The blue and the purple. So I've got infinitive and perfect to split up. Perfect and solid would be. What are the Dodgers doing here? That's a good question. Is there something about the Dodgers that I should know? I don't see, unless we're just using letters, like starts with Dodge or something. But I haven't been seeing those on these other words. We also have few. What would be few? I mean, few would be a homophone of the word few with an F. I haven't really seen homophones here. Infinitive, few, great expectations. Audits is weird. Few is weird. Dodgers is weird. I'm not sure what's going on there. Things the IRS does. Audits. Minions with the S is a movie, but I don't think we're doing that. A single minion from the Minions movie is like yellow with big eyes with glasses. Is there something to do with things that are yellow? Things that I'm not seeing it. I can't connect any of these together except perfect and great, but that seems too on the nose for blue or purple. We do have solid, great, and perfect. Like just something that's really strong, metaphorically. But like none of these other ones mean that. So it feels like a red herring. I don't even see like a fourth that we've already locked in though. Great expectations. I'm worried it's something like whoever wrote Great Expectations. Is that Gatsby? No, Gatsby is The Great Gatsby is a different book. I forget who wrote Great Expectations, but I'm wondering if it's like first words of books written by that person or something. That would be annoying. Infinitive verbs in English are like to something. So to go, to buy. So does that have to do with the word to? Starts with to? I don't think so. Oh boy. I don't know what to do. Solid. I could see if this is one away, but just like, would we have another synonym category? Like, what else would it be? Dodgers. I feel like I just don't know enough about the Dodgers to fill this one. I don't know. Like, was there something specific about the Dodgers that would form a category? Like a things that maybe? Few. Perfect. Perfect feels like fill in the blank fodder to me. I can't get over it just being split blank, but I just don't see anything else that would be split. Things you shouldn't split. Audits. Things to avoid. I don't know. I'm just sitting here. So we're going to try this theory with few. Commentary about your connections results. Oh, I see. Got it. These are different levels of how well you did. Got it. Now, what the heck is this? No idea. Purple be purple and car brands plus 2 letters. So it was Dodge. Oh, and then we've got Audi, Infinity, and Mini. Oh, I see. So I didn't just I was thinking about starts of things, but I just didn't get that it was all but the last two letters. Okay. Well, I mean, I got a perfect, so that's not bad. I got a little lucky on the blue. It just few felt like oh, I was like right as I locked it, like was locking it, I was like, oh, actually, it might be few because these could be levels of how well you did in a game or something. All right. Well, let's check the difficulty and see how well people did in a kind of briefer analysis. They gave it a 1.8. I felt harder than that to me, but who knows? We'll see what the bot says. 78%. Okay. I mean, yeah, not a super hard one today. Pretty easy today. 74 is pretty high, or 78 is pretty high. People are getting green, maybe yellow first. What are people losing? People who are losing are just getting nothing at all. That's interesting. 8% got nothing. But I mean, again, there aren't that many losing games. 6% got, yeah. So if you're losing, you can't figure out blue purple, or you can't figure out anything. That's basically what that's saying. Yeah, so I think this is people recognizing great, perfect, and solid as like almost synonyms. Like, okay, it's good. It's you did well. It's strong, but not knowing what the fourth one should be. So trying infinitive. Putting audits in. Yeah, so like a background check thing, you might audit. Like I was almost going to put that in there. The rainbow herring, 1 and 5 fell for the rainbow herring. I'm glad I recognized it was the top two rows. All right. Putting late in with yellow, putting infinitive in with yellow. Interesting. So people just aren't thinking of life as being a synonym to past, background, and history. And I think people are chasing that one away and losing. There are the people who got nothing. All right, we got green first. We got the 19% falling for the rainbow herring as their first guess. It's interesting. So remember, it was 20% who fully went for it. So I'm thinking that there's 1% of people who got some other mistake first, maybe like this one, and then went, oh, I see what it is. It's this one, and then that was also a mistake. That's gotta be annoying. All right, blue and purple are down here. Putting late in with past, background, and history doesn't seem right to me, but all right, cool. Well, that's it for connections. We will now do minute cryptic, and hopefully it doesn't take a while. All right. This is by member Baldassano. Love initially absent from prom dance. Well, it's one par. Okay, so love initially feels like an L. But I'm not going to type L because it's absent. So I think we need to delete love initially. We need to delete the L from prom. Do we need to replace, because I think dance is going to be our definition then. How are we getting 7 letters? So I'm thinking prom is just a substitution. So like dance, like what's an 8-letter word for prom? We could remove an L from to be a dance. I guess I could think about 7-letter dances, but 8-letter dances. Sorry, 7-letter dances. 8-letter for prom. Formal is too short. I might have this wrong. That's what the initial reading seems to indicate, though. Absent from being an indicator, initially being an indicator, prom being a substitution, and we're taking the initial letter of love, and it's absent from prom. So some other word for prom. Prom is a formal dance for high schoolers, seniors. Sometimes called a formal, sometimes called what? Just party dance. Like I can't think of a long word for that. So I must be wrong. So how else can we interpret this? Love could be the definition. If that was true, then initially absent would be an A. From prom, I still don't. Yeah, I see romance here. We're supposed to remove a D somehow. This is romance. Okay. What are we do? Oh, I see it. It's as simple as remove the initial letter from both prom and dance, and that gets you romance, which is a synonym for love. Well, at least related to love. Enough for a cryptic crossword clue. All right, I got it. I just had to stare at prom dance a bit longer to see that romance was hidden in there somehow. I was actually just looking for a hidden word clue because I thought maybe from might be enough to look for hidden words. Because I always forget about hidden words, so I'm glad I got that, even though it wasn't a hidden word. All right, cool. Well, that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try my best to get back to the normal videos tomorrow, but if not, then probably Monday. And how did you do on all of these? And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.